CE Info Systems for second day on the trot on account of that B2C Hive-off is under pressure, down about 5% at the moment. ITC continues to be down almost 2%. But time now to welcome on board Girija Shankar Ray, the lead analyst for the cement sector as far as the institutional equities research wing is concerned at TS Securities. Hi, good to be speaking with you. Thanks so much for making time and speaking with us. Just to begin with, there are reports doing rounds that there has been a price hike of almost 10 to 30 rupees taken in the month of December so far. What are your channel checks suggesting, Girija? Is that something that you are picking up as well?
Hi, thanks for bringing me on this. Yes, in November the price hike, what the street and the dealers and distributors were expecting for the cement, there was no price hike. In fact, October and November month on month basis, the prices are flattish. In fact, if you see the prices are 5 years below the line right now, and the major impact was in southern regions, and north and eastern regions prices are more or less stable. The rest of the regions, all three regions, the prices are actually declined. There is a sharp correction, and what I believe, this pricing is like bottomed out, and from here any price correction, I don't see much price correction, but yes, the price will be more or less stable for next few quarters. What I believe. Only the problem was the demand, that there is no demand picked up in October and November as well. And that is the only concern where pricing pressures are there. So on month basis, October and November prices are flattish.
Right, Girja. So, a lot of dealers are anticipating that there will be price hikes to the tune of about almost 10 to 50 rupees per bag across the regions in December. What is your own channel check suggesting in terms of pricing?
See, there are a lot of announcement comes, but ultimately the market is ultimately the market is not accepting the price hike, and that is the reasons. Even December, the few pockets they have taken a price hike, but it rolled back ultimately because of the subdued demand. And in December, what people are expecting price hike, even though they took a price hike, what they're expecting 30-40 rupees, I don't think so. 30-40 rupees price hikes will be there because market itself is not accepting the price hike. And if any price hike happens, it will be 10 to 15 rupees, but it
Sure.
will roll back.
Right. What about volume growth? Because there is that impact of labor shortage, construction ban because of, high AQI in the northern belt of the country. All that also, I guess, is going to be impacting.
Okay. So, in first half of FY25, the volume was aggregate volume. If you consider all the 18 companies, the total volume was somewhere around 156 to 165 million tons. And what people and street is expecting 8 to 9% of volume growth for the second half, but which is highly impossible. Even though last year first half, if you 1Q FY24, if you consider, that time the aggregate volume was somewhere around 190. Even though if you calculate 8%, 9%, that is not going to match your, it will be still below 350, 360 level of volume growth. So I do not see any kind of volume growth in second, even though there is a volume growth, but yearly, if you see, the volume growth will be very less. In fact, it will be degrowth of 2 to 3% year on year basis. So because a lot of issues are, there is no government infra project push up and kind of a pickup is happening. Nothing is seen as of now. So what if anything meaningful happens in terms of volumes, that can be seen mid of FY26. That's what is my assumptions. But that is the reason even pricing also what you saying that December, January, February, now it is a harvesting season. So labor issues will be there. So that is the concern.
Do you see this consolidation could lead to significant amount of agreement on pricing, because now cement industry has got consolidated, the smaller players, hardly anyone is left? Could we see, I'm not using the word cartelization, I'm using the word agreement, agreement on where the prices should settle. I mean, unlike steel, cement is a local commodity. It would be a
Yes.
function of what the local players they decide.
See, the concern is here, as you mentioned, the consolidations, right? So larger players are aggressively expanding their capacity to gain the quick market shares. So that is where the pricing pressure is coming. And second thing is that the industry is going to add somewhere around 110 to 120 million ton in next 2 to 3 years of time, because a lot of larger players, whatever they have mentioned their capacity announcement. So more or less everything is going to come within 28 and 30. So ideally, out of 120 to 110 to 120 million tons of capacity, to 75 million tons of capacity will be greenfield expansions, which will again this, as everybody knows, greenfield expansion takes time. Rest of the 25-30 million tons of capacity, that will be somewhere, by way of acquisition, inorganic acquisition or something. And few companies are still, India is having around 120 to 130 million tons of capacity, which can be acquired by the larger company. So now, if you see from last quarter, whatever the conference call with the companies and all, everybody is were a little bother, means like they're more tending towards the volume rather pricing. So that is also giving a pricing pressure in the industry, right?
So let's get it down to stock specific calls then. What are your top recommendations within the sector that you think can outperform?
Yeah. So in topics, ACC is a company what I can recommend at this moment at this level, and second thing is your Sri Cement. These two companies are going to do well, even though there is a turmoil in the industry right now, because a lot of cost initiative programs are going to happen. But Ultratech and Ambuja, in my knowledge, now it's a higher valuations, and for the Ambuja, what I'll say, suggest Ambuja, whatever the acquisitions and all they have done. So that is going to ultimately benefit the ACC, not the standalone as Ambuja. So ACC is my top pick. Ambuja will be my sell rating, and Ultratech is also because it is very high valuations. It will be a sell rating for me. And one can add Birla, Dalmia in their portfolio, right?
Okay, great to have you then on the show, Mr. Ray. Thanks as always for taking the time out and speaking with us. That's that on the cement sector.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.